Welcome to my channel. I want to talk to you realtors about how to thrive in a down market. We're right now in 2022 in Toronto. Prices are down a little bit. People are unsure of what's happening. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market. I want to explain how you can take advantage of this and thrive as a realtor in this market. Right now, and my biggest advice and number one is over communication is key. It's always better to over communicate than under communicate and over educate than under educate right now in this market. If you have a listing, I know it might suck delivering that bad news to your seller. It's not a fun conversation to be had to say, hey, we've had 0 showings this week, or it's been 2 weeks without a showing. I think we should have a price reduction. It sucks delivering that news, I know. But your seller is gonna appreciate you over communicating than under communicating. I always give my sellers weekly updates. I tell them exactly what's happening. I show them other units that I've sold in the area, and I had to actually manage their expectations a lot more right now than ever before. So remember, over communication is key. Don't be scared to have those conversations. They have to happen. On the buyer side, if you're working with buyers, you need to be on your clients, actually educating them along this process. Do not let your clients be sending you articles. You should be sending your clients articles and explaining them to your clients before they send you an article and say, well, what does this mean? What I do is every morning, I always read the news, understand what's happening in my market. And if there's an article that comes out that might look a little shocking and might surprise a lot of people, I will dissect that article and I will send it to my clients and explain to them why this article was put out and the actual important takeaways to take from this article, because half of them are nonsense or half of them talk about Canada or Ontario when they're looking in a specific niche market like Toronto or whatever market you're working in. So also another thing to keep in mind is you need to set the expectations properly. Right now, buyers think they're going to get the crazy deals and that sellers are going to give them a property they can lowball and get whatever they want for whatever price. On the contrary, sellers have a hard time understanding that their neighbor just sold for 1.4 million. Why are we listing our house for 1.1 million? It's a really tough pill to swallow for a lot of sellers. And again, you need to set the expectations right from the very beginning. And that's just by over communicating and educating your people on this whole process. The best way to do that is by showing them. If you can show them what's sold in the area in the last few months compared to the last 6 months, that's way better than just sending them random things. You need to actually dial in, educate your clients to the max right now, and double down on that. Be honest with your clients and actually build a relationship. This isn't the time to be a salesy realtor. You need to be an educational realtor. You need to build relationships with your client. You need to earn their trust. Never be pushy. Don't push them in any direction. Be upfront and honest about what's happening. If you don't know what's going to happen in the next few months, tell them that. It's better that you do that than just try to make it up and make it seem like you know everything. And if you lie or overpromise and undeliver, you're actually going to ruin that relationship for down the road. A lot of my sellers I'm having the conversation with, letting them know that now probably isn't the best time to sell. If they're able to hold on to this property and able to carry it for the next little bit, I think that is the right play right now. On the contrary, if my buyers are confused of what's happening, our price is going to go down a little more with this 1% interest rate hike that just came out recently, likely. But it's impossible to time the market. So I'm very honest with them about these conversations. I would rather over communicate than under communicate. I know it can be difficult right now as a realtor in a down market. One last thing I want to talk to you about is to double down on the things that you think you might want to cut back on. As a realtor, you might be making a little less money in a slower market, but take this time to either take time off, refresh and relax, and don't just give up everything. In a market like this, you might have a little more spare time, so double down on your marketing, double down on your social media. Double down on everything you can to take your real estate business to the next level. If you have some spare time right now, of course, rest and relax and try to reset yourself for this upcoming market is a great idea, but plan accordingly and doesn't mean just stop working. You need to double down on these things and keep pushing forward and keep educating yourself, whether it's taking courses or learning social media, whatever it may be. Double down on the thing you're weak at. Right now, you have the time to do that. So actually focus on your weaknesses and build yourself up so that when this market turns around, you're ready to go. Those are just a few ways I think you can thrive as a real estate agent in a slow market here in Toronto, Ontario. I really appreciate you guys watching my channel. If you're liking this video and liking the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, engage with me below in my comments, and follow me on my other social channels. I have TikTok and Instagram, both at the Dave Hutch. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in another video.